Lowe's has started carrying the Tramontina 18-inch machete. I picked this up today. $15.98, 16 bucks. That machete with a sheath. The local hardware store here sells these machetes for $12 a piece, but I figured what the heck, for another 4 bucks I get a sheath. And the sheath actually seems like it might hold up pretty well. I was surprised with that. I know most machetes I see that come with sheaths are pretty crappy sheaths, just a piece of canvas or something, and if you actually put an edge on the machete, you're going to cut right through it when you pull the machete out. So let's get down here and I'll show you why I think this is an awesome deal for 16 bucks. I've been a big fan of Tramontina machetes for several years, ever since I found them in that hardware store in town. This is a 12-inch, it's one of my kids, as well as a 14. I haven't even taken the factory edges off. They don't come with a very good edge from the factory. The tip is flat. It don't even have anything on it at all. It's just flat. I have sharpened a few of the 14-inch ones up, and they're very handy size to carry, not too heavy. This is an 18-inch. At one time I had a leather sheath made for it. That's why I rounded the top of it off so going in and out of the sheath easier. Unfortunately, one of our dogs decided to use that leather sheath as a chew toy. This is a 24-inch. This one's great for small stuff, and if you're going to be getting down at the ground and hitting stuff, so that way you don't have to bend over as far. But out of these, the 18-inch one, it's the best chopper. I've had this thing probably about 6 years, and I have used and abused it, and it's fine. It's still working great. So there's one I picked up at Lowe's today. It's an 18-inch as well. I hadn't even, you can see I haven't taken it out of the package yet. So let's take it out and see what the blade looks like. That's typical. Typical flat edge. So we'll have to do some work on it. The edge that comes on the machetes has quite a bit to be desired. The tip being the worst. The tip is actually flat. It doesn't have a bevel at all. The rest of the blade really isn't that bad. I like to kind of reprofile the whole thing. Another small complaint I have would be with the handle. There's a small gap where the blade is actually recessed down below the top of the handle. It's pretty easy fix though. You can just sand the wood down until it's flush with the metal. It makes for a more comfortable grip. The sheath is somewhat stiff. Seems like it should hold up all right. The only thing I don't like about it is the attachment for this belt loop. It's stitched in. The stitching is exposed on the inside. I don't know if we can pick that up down inside there. Right there. I don't think that would last too long. Thought I'd give you a little side-by-side view so you can see there. Both the same machetes. I rounded off the point on the top one just so it would fit in the sheath better. And this one's had years of use and abuse. Well, let's see what we can do. It got a nice edge on it. Now let's put it to the test. I got a sweet gum tree here that fell about 7 months ago. We had a tornado come through. The tree is still green. It didn't die. Still got green branches that are budding out. But let's see what we can do with this machete. Now I'm winded. That's not something I would want to do every day, but just to show that you can chop with a machete. If y'all like this machete, go to Lowe's and pick you one up. For the price, you won't find a better machete. And even if you spend a lot more, I would still argue with you that you won't find a better machete. That's how much I love these things. Personally, I would rather have a machete than a small hatchet. It's much more useful. You can clear a small brush with it. You can do fairly heavy chopping. And this old 18-inch machete of mine, I've batoned the crap out of it. Big chunks of oak firewood, and amazingly it never broke. I'll stand behind this thing. I believe in this thing. It's been a great machete. So for 16 bucks, a decent machete, and I might add some connection. I might put some rivets in here or something to connect this belt loop a little better, because I don't believe that stitching is going to last. The sheath seems fairly stiff. I think it should last a little while. Of course, time will tell. The only negative about this is the factory edge that comes on it. Factory edge isn't worth a flip. If you've got a file or a belt sander, you can take care of that pretty easily. Well, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Oh, there's a pretty cool pattern on the inside of that tree.